Matt Roberts and Sal Fasano here at Baseballcon 2011, first ever Louisville Slugger baseball and softball con. Sal's one of our great speakers, terrific speaking lineup. Sal's blessed us with his presence. A couple of questions for Sal as we were holding his attention. Sal, talk about, first off, just quickly and easily, Major League experience and how it applies to talking to high school, travel, and youth coaches and what they can learn from your experience as a Major Leaguer.
Well, I think the important thing to understand is anytime you get into professional baseball, the onus isn't really on winning. It's about the development of the actual player. And a lot of times it gets skewed in college because colleges have to win. You got to keep your job, you have to win. If I lose 50 games, it doesn't matter as long as the right guys get to the big leagues. So what happens is understanding the unique mechanics of the person and how we can get them to excel. So a lot of times when you hear these mass talks about hitting mechanics and other such things, sometimes you forget you have to take the kid into the equation first and foremost, and how I can get the kid to benefit from the mechanics that I've learned over the professional rankings working with different body styles, body types, and how I can correlate to the coach. So hopefully they can recognize a body type and they can work with that body type.
For folks who don't know Sal Fasano, obviously you played some baseball in this area at the University of Evansville, minor league stints with some different clubs that came through Louisville. But talk about currently what you're doing in the Toronto Blue Jays organization and your goal and your future as a manager in the minor leagues and I assume hopefully the majors.
Hopefully so. So one thing nice about coming to the expo today was I don't ever get a chance to get something back to the local community. Being from the University of Evansville, it's nice that I can share a little bit of knowledge, because really that's what baseball is you got a chance to share knowledge with a lot of people in the local area. You know, I went to school with a lot of people from the Kentucky area, a lot of them from Louisville, so it's my way to give back a little bit. Second thing is now that I'm a manager, I just retired 2 years ago, so this is my really second full year managing in New Hampshire, Manchester, New Hampshire. I'll be coaching the AA team for the Toronto Blue Jays minor league affiliate, and also run the catching in the spring training and stuff. So we have a lot of knowledge out there, and hopefully we can share it. But hopefully in the future you might see me in a Blue Jays uniform on a big league team. So that's what I'd like to hope for. But first, I want to learn everything about the minor leagues, everything about the scouting system, and just try to gain my knowledge. And it's like you say, you always have to learn. And once you stop learning, the desire is lost.
It's a really good message. Fu Man Fitness. Tell us about Fu Man Fitness, where kind of that derived from, and where that's going. We were just talking about your logo, but obviously the Fu Man is something that's been attached to you for a while from your major league play. But talk about that side of your business and what you'd like to communicate with viewers about what that has to offer to youth players.
The one thing about Fu Man Fitness is, it's funny because my Fu Manchu is why it's a Fu Man. But we wanted to get, like we were talking about earlier, getting the onus back on the actual teaching of movements to help learn mechanics rather than the teaching of mechanics to help the body's movement. Sounds a little tricky, but I'll give you an example. Like with hitting, you can teach a whole team to stay inside of the ball, leak their hips through the area. But if you have a body type like mine, you wouldn't teach me how to massage the ball to right field. You would teach me how to hit power. And so the onus of our actual teaching is on the actual movements and how to get a person to be a little bit more ballistic, a little bit more excitable, a little bit more explosive in their movements. Now that I've seen the scouting side of it a little bit, we have a problem with some of the players that we're starting to get that they're not going full bore. It's more about pretty than it is about substance. Well, we want more substance. So my job is to try to teach a little bit of substance, and that's what we're creating. I mean, we have a blocking and receiving DVD. We're going to have a throwing DVD that's coming out, a potpourri DVD that's going to have other stuff like bunt defense, pop-ups, going into picking up a wild pitch, and then we actually have a hitting circuit that's going on too. So we have a lot of stuff that's happening in the future, and the one thing about baseball is it's shared information. That's why tradition is so important for us. And so this is just my way of being able to share a little bit of information and hopefully try to provide a little bit for the family, because the minor league salary isn't very good.
So here in the near future, we can find Fu Man Fitness at where on the web?
FuManFit.com or salfasano.com. Pretty simple, just my name. You can get there, and hopefully we'll have links, everything from different websites to hopefully majorleague.com. We got a lot of stuff in order, but hopefully we can get it to run, because we would like it to be not just about baseball, but more of just different explosive exercises to help athletes, not baseball players, just to create athletes, because that's what we want, our athletes.